Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Sid Lambert Field on the campus of the Nooksack Valley Pioneers, where tonight we have a battle of two old rivals as the Mount Baker Mountaineers come across the railroad tracks off Highway 9 on their way to the Nooksack, Sumas, Everson area to take on the Pioneers. This is the first time all season Mount Baker has played in Whatcom County, so this almost feels like a home game for the Mountaineers, as their commute only took them about 15 minutes instead of, about 15 hours. For the Pioneers, they got their conference season off to a roaring start last week as they trumped the Meridian Trojans 56. Well, Meridian didn't score a lot, folks, let's just say that. But Nooksack did. They put up a bunch of points, and they looked really good in doing so. On the other side of the ball for the Mountaineers, you have long-standing coach Ron Lepper and his plug-and-play Mountaineers, as they have battled injury after injury so far this season, losing key players for the season in surgery. So the Mountaineers are playing on a lot of guts and a lot of heart, true Mount Baker football style, and you're going to see that tonight. I expect this game to be incredibly physical as these two old rivals meet again for the first and only time this season. Last time Mount Baker stepped on this field to play a football game, it was in March. It was cold, and we were in a lockdown. While there might be a quote-unquote mask mandate, we aren't on a lockdown, and we're going to have a normal football game today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are in a really cramped press box tonight as the radio station decided to bless us with their presence. But we're going to give you guys a good show. So, let's hear from the coaches. First, from the Nooksack Valley Pioneers. Hopefully you guys can hear this with the band playing, but here is Coach Craig Bartle.
All right, here I am with Nooksack Valley head coach Craig Bartle. Coach, we're right about the halfway point of the season. How are the kids feeling?
I think pretty good. We're still young and we're still learning how to play and put together a full game. So, we'll see what happens tonight.
Last week you guys were firing on all cylinders. Probably the best game that you guys played this season. How did you get them refocused for this big crosstown mashup?
Well, the scoreboard looked okay, but we found a lot of things to work on this week of practice, and we just got to get better every day, every game, and so hopefully we can continue to do that.
Awesome, thanks, Coach.
Yep, thank you.
Well, that was Nooksack Valley coach Craig Bartle as we were chatting before the game. Loving getting the chance to talk to my brother on a weekly basis. That's always kind of fun. I actually made him laugh today. I was like, what question do you want me to ask you? And he's like, I don't know. You're the one that has to ask the question. So, well, that's what I came up with and made him smile. So that's always a good thing. So let's hear, since we got a break in the action for the band, let's hear from head coach Ron Lepper of the Mountaineers.
All right, I'm here with Mount Baker head coach Ron Lepper. Coach, this is your first game in Whatcom County. It must feel like a home game.
Pretty much. A lot shorter bus ride. We know that.
Yeah. So this is your guys' first in-conference game of this season. What would it mean to come out and get a big statement win early?
Oh, it's important. Obviously conference games mean more than non-league, so it's important for us to come out and put out a good effort tonight. And then, we're playing a quality team, so, we're just going to try to worry about ourselves, what we got to do. And if we can clean up some of the mistakes we've been making, it should be a good ball game.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thank you.
All right, that was Mount Baker coach Ron Lepper. Hall of Fame coach who's been at Mount Baker for almost as long as Mount Baker's been around, it seems. Some key losses on both sides of the field are going to be evident tonight as starting cornerback Caleb Horseman is still on the shelf with a broken ankle. Ethan Larson and Willem Maloli are both noticeably absent for the Mountaineers. But the good thing for the Mountaineers is they do get somebody back, as their starting safety, Landon Smith, gets to make his first start of the season this year, coming back after breaking his thumb on the first hitting day of practice. He got his screw out. He's got a Q-tip club on his hand, and I saw him before the game, and the helmet and face mask couldn't contain that kid's smile. He is fired up, and he is going to be ready to rock and roll on the defensive side for the Mountaineers. On the other side, some key missing ingredients for the Pioneers is going to be freshman superstar Corey Only, the starting safety and the wide receiver for the Pioneers, who is our week 1 player of the game. He is absent, as well as young Brady Ackerman. Hope they're both doing well, and hopefully they're watching the live stream. Don't forget, you guys, make sure you take a picture, post it on the social medias. Hashtag Whatcom County Sports or at Whatcom County Sports. Would love to see where you guys are watching our game tonight. I know just down the road in Sumas, you can check them out at Valley Taps. They just got a whole fresh menu of tasty adult beverages for your palate. And I know they got it on the TV right about now, so thank you so much for Valley Taps. We appreciate your support of WhatcomCountySports.com football. Also sponsoring the game tonight is Training Grounds. It's Bellingham's premier athletic training facility, 36,000 square feet of Iron Paradise. They got a new MMA area coming up soon into the back, which is going to be fantastic. So they'll have the ability to do CrossFit, powerlifting, bodybuilding, and they're also going to be doing some MMA stuff. Big thanks to Kyle and Danny for their support all season long. Fantastic place. I'm also a member, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Finally, our final sponsor is the Self-Employed Journey and the selfemployedjourney.com. Small business owners need guidance. Small business owners need a resource, and the Self-Employed Journey is the go-to resource for small business or young entrepreneurs. If you are looking for some more information, you can check out the Self-Employed Journey podcast wherever you like to listen to your podcasts, or you can check out the selfemployedjourney.com. We're going to be right back, everybody. We got about 10 minutes to kick off. The Pioneers are out on the field for some final warm-up stretches, and we are going to be rocking here at Sid Lambert Field. All right, everybody, we got just under 7 minutes left till kickoff as they're going through the starting lineups for both Mount Baker and the Nooksack Valley Pioneers. Couple key matchups that everybody's going to want to keep an eye on tonight, specifically are going to be the running backs. Mount Baker always has a plethora of good running backs, and this year is no different. They are led by senior Jesse Sandy and junior Marcus George, and on the other side of the ball, you got one of the county's best rushers and one of the county's leading rushers in Jordan Silva. There's been an interesting development on the Mount Baker offense this year as all-state player. He's an all-state linebacker, but he's one hell of a good offensive lineman. Davin Beeson is now the starting quarterback. And on the other side for the Pioneers, we got J.J. Brown, my man Joey John Brown, having himself a game last week, throwing for some touchdowns and running for some touchdowns. The key matchup, I think, when Nooksack Valley that you're going to want to keep an eye out on when Nooksack has the ball is going to be Jordan Silva running the ball right at Davin Beeson. Davin is a 3-star recruit, big-time linebacker, one of the best linebackers in the state, regardless of classification. And when those two meet in the middle, you guys, it is going to sound like a train wreck. When Mount Baker has the ball, good luck trying to find who has it because they run the wing tee almost to perfection, and they are going to hide the ball. They are going to do whatever they can to disguise who has the ball and where is it going. Most of the time, it's going to be going to Marcus George or Jesse Sandy, but Davin Beeson, he's a 3-year starter on the baseball team as a catcher and has an absolute cannon for an arm, so he can throw the ball, he will throw the ball, and he will run the ball. At about 6'1", 225 pounds, and a 500-plus pound squatter, and almost a 600-pound deadlifter, he runs with some authority and some weight coming down the hill. As this captains come out to the field, let's see if I can actually pay attention this time to see who's going to get what. What an absolutely gorgeous night out here in Nooksack. Temperature when we got to the field about an hour and a half ago was 57 degrees. It's already gotten a little bit colder than that. We're probably in the low 50s right about now. And fall is definitely in the air tonight as we get ready to start this football game. I just got to show you guys that sunset. Oh, I wish you could see it in person because this camera just doesn't do that sunset justice. If this is your first time here, congratulations. Welcome to Almost Canada. Nooksack wins, they're going to defer, so that means that Mount Baker is probably going to take the ball, but we shall see. Should be an interesting night to the right of us as the radio station and the Mount Baker coaching staff get to share a booth. So Mount Baker's going to get the ball to start. And we're going to get this show on the road, but not before we have the national anthem, which is going to be sung by a student from Nooksack Valley, I believe. It's the same one that did it last time we were here. She absolutely killed it. Or they might have the band. I don't know. The band is not on the field. And that's who we got singing the national anthem tonight, folks. Yeah, what an awesome rendition of the national anthem. We are about ready to kick off here at Sid Lambert Field, folks. I hope you guys are ready for one heck of a ball game. The Nooksack Valley Pioneers, the Mount Baker Mountaineers. It doesn't get much more Whatcom County than this, folks. All right, Nooksack Valley's going to take the field. I'm going to do my best to try to call out names, but since I'm running the camera tonight, all I know about 5 names. So I'm really sorry, Nooksack, but after spending 3.5 years at Mount Baker, I pretty much have their roster memorized. Here we go, baby. Mountaineers versus Pioneers. Thank you so much for tuning in. WhatcomCountySports.com Friday night game of the week. Kingma to kick for the Pioneers. And there's the boot. And we are underway. That's going to be Marcus George, who slips and falls. And that's unfortunate because he had some room off on the left-hand side. So Baker starts really deep. They're marking the ball down at the 7-yard line. Oh. Mount Baker already backed up a little bit, but here is senior Davin Beeson, number 19, taking the Mountaineers out. They're going to be in a spread wing formation with Jesse Sandy, Marcus George. Down here is number 5, Wyatt Pettigrew. Up on the top is going to be number 12, Landon Hanstead. Beeson's going to throw a quick out. Ball bounces off the turf, incomplete to Wyatt Pettigrew. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Let's see what numbers I can remember off the Nooksack Valley defense. I see Big Kyan Carter. I'm probably sure Mr. Bruland is out there. Of course, anchoring the middle is going to be Jet Triplett. Colton Lentz is back out there. I see Jordan Silva, and here's Davin Beeson under center again. He takes it, and he's going to run lead to Marcus George right up the middle. It's going to be good for about 4 yards. If you remember last year during the COVID season, Marcus George broke like a 48-yard run that moved the ball from Mountaineer territory down into Pioneer. Unfortunately, he sprained an MCL on the play and was rendered out for the rest of the season. So we got 3rd down right now for the Mountaineers. Ball is on their 12-yard line. Nooksack going to come out in a 5-man front. They're going to pitch. Davin Beeson is a lead blocker. That's trouble. And Jesse Sandy is going to get the 1st down as he gets out of bounds and stops the clock. I forgot to move the camera. Sorry, guys. Yep, the referee says 1st down. Nice run by Jesse Sandy. Interesting wrinkle to the wing T offense for Coach Lepper as he brings Davin Beeson out as a lead blocker. Nice touch there from Coach Lepp. Always a student of the game, looking to always take his offense next level. On the line, we got Joel Robles, Drake Pinkey, Jordan Hughes, Thayer Brown, and Jesse Harwood right there. Oh, and Marcus Brown fumbles the ball, and that's going to be recovered by the Pioneers. What a huge turnover early in the ball game. Marcus George coughs up the ball. First person there was number 9, Colton Lentz, to sweep it up. That makes Nooksack Valley inside the 20, and they are in business. Number 2 out there with the big club on his head, that's going to be Landon Smith getting his first action of the season. Club or no club, he's excited to be out here as Mr. Brown takes he's going to send Jordan Silva in motion. He's going to look to run it up the middle. When he fumbles the ball, but he falls right on top of it, and then Joel Robles falls on top of him. Thayer Brown wrapped around the ankles. Davin Beeson also there for the Mountaineers. It's going to bring up 2nd and short. He fell forward, got a yard, but that's about it. 2nd down, ball's on the 13-yard line. Pioneers got 3 people out. They got Hughes up on top. They're going to send Jordan Silva in motion again. They're going to throw a swing pass. Here comes Davin Beeson bearing down on him. There's going to be a hole down on the bottom side. But Davin Beeson was the first one there. Expect me to say that a lot tonight. See what the penalty flag is. Last week, we were down in Marysville as Marysville absolutely boat raced Ferndale out of the stadium, running clock. And I only had to make fun of the refs twice. So they stayed out of the game. They didn't really have much to do. Dylan Carson was running for 230 yards and 5 touchdowns. But that's going to bring Nooksack back about 10 yards. So now the ball is going to be at the 21-yard line of the Mountaineers. Also on the defense for the Mountaineers, we have Alex Maloli at defensive end. Looks like we got, that is Drake Pinkey and Thayer Brown. Also Vance Lawrence, the sophomore. Brady West at linebacker with Marcus George and Davin Beeson, Wyatt Pettigrew. And I think, I don't know who the other one is. There's Jordan Silva. Nope, there's a pass. That's going to be Kingma. That's going to be down all the way to about the 1-yard line. Nice pitch and catch by the Pioneers. And they are first and goal. Caleb Kingma on the reception from Joey Brown. First and goal for the Pioneers as Jordan Silva is off to the right of Joey Brown. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown, Nooksack Valley. And there's some fireworks going on after the play already. Nooksack jumps out to an early 6-0 lead, taking advantage of the turnover from Marcus George, pending the extra point from the law firm of Dawson Kimball Kingma. Snap high, kick up, kick good. That's going to be 7-0 Nooksack Valley. 9:37 left in the first as the Pioneers take advantage of an early Mountaineers turnover. Caleb Kingma back to kick for the Pioneers as they take an early 7-0 lead here in the first quarter. I do not think they're going to kick to Jesse Sandy, one of the fastest guys in Whatcom County on the football field. Also a rugby player, he's not afraid to put his head down and hit somebody. It's going to be into the end zone. Nice kick. That's going to be a touchback. So the Mountaineers are going to take over on their own 20-yard line, trailing 7-0 here early in the ball game. In comes Beeson, calling the play. Center, senior Jordan Hughes, number 55 with a throwback neck roll. Love that. So we got 2 wide receivers down here. That's going to be Wyatt Pettigrew and Landon Hanstead. Jesse Sandy and Marcus George, they're going to hand the ball off to Jesse Sandy, and he's just going to keep running. That's going to be good for about 5 or 6 yards. Nice play by Jesse. Caleb Kingma and Dawson Kimball were there for the tackle. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Mountaineers. The ball is now on the 26-yard line. Baker, primarily a running team, will sprinkle in the pass every now and then with Beeson. Last year, under Mason Jacoby, threw the ball a lot. They had a bunch of weapons. That's another handoff up the middle to Jesse Sandy. But last year's offense was a lot different than this one. You had the speedy Chichi Rodriguez. You had, who else was out there? Garrett Smith was out there. Insane amount of speed on the field, and Toby Jefferson thumping people up the middle. Much different offense this year, but they still got the speed with Jesse Sandy, still got the power with Marcus George. Third down and about 2. Beeson's going to look to throw. He's going to throw an out pass, and he's going to overthrow Wyatt Pettigrew. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Mountaineers. Interesting play call there to pass the ball on 3rd and short. That means the Pioneers are going to get the ball. Colton Lentz is going to drop back to receive. No, this is not, you're not seeing something weird here. Davin Beeson, the quarterback, is also the long snapper. Jesse Sandy is back to punt, the rugby kicker, with a big boot. Oh, and it's Davin Beeson just introduced himself to the freshman Colton Lentz and said, "Hi, how are you?" Smacked him down, and the ball is going to be marked at the 43-yard line where the Pioneer offense is going to come back out after forcing a 3-and-out. 8:23 left in the first quarter. Let's see what the Pioneers have in store on offense this time around. They got 2 wide receivers down and 2 up above in their typical offensive formation. Baker showing blitz. Brady West coming off. That's Marcus George. And they're going to sack Joey Brown. That's Hole Robes. Thayer Brown. Brady West and Marcus George forced him out of the pocket, and the big linemen were there to clean it up. That's a big loss. That takes the ball all the way down to the 33-yard line. That's a loss of 10. 2nd down and deep for the Pioneers. Brown shotgun formation with Jordan Silva off to the right. Baker bounces out. There's Jordan Silva straight up the middle, and he breaks the tackle, and he could be gone. He is. Touchdown, Nooksack Valley, and Jordan Silva again. Right off the tackle. Davin Beeson got double teamed, and there was nobody there. Touchdown Pioneers, 13-0 with 7:31 left in the first quarter. Whoa, Nelly. The law firm of Caleb Kingma and Kimball. Dawson, I don't know, I screwed that one up somehow. Snap, hold, kick. Good, 14-0, Nooksack Valley. Well, that's an interesting start to this ball game in the first 4 minutes and 29 seconds. Looks like Nooksack Valley on the early side of things. They are going to make sure Davin Beeson does not do any damage. They had a double team on him. The safety got caught inside, and there was just not enough speed on the field to catch Jordan Silva. He breaks one 60-plus yards, breaking a tackle. Whoa. Jesse Sandy and Marcus George have switched positions on the field. Let's see if Kimball can, or Caleb Kingma sees that. And he's going to kick it short, and that's going to check up and go out of bounds. So that's going to be a penalty. Mount Baker is going to get the ball at the 35-yard line. Best starting field position for the Mountaineers so far tonight. So here comes Mount Baker for the third time this quarter. So far, they got a fumble and a 3-and-out. Not the start that the Mountaineers were hoping for on offense. Let's see if they can turn it around here as they come out with two wide receivers. That's Pettigrew and Hanstead. Marcus George, Sandy in the backfield. Davin Beeson under center. Beeson's going to turn. Inside handoff to Jesse Sandy. He meets Colton Lentz, and they say, hi, how are you? But Jesse Sandy doesn't go down, even though there's a whole host of Purple People Eaters there. But not after he got 4 yards. Nice play by the freshman, Colt Lentz, coming back after off for a couple weeks due to an injury. Brings up 2nd down and 6 for the Mountaineers. Both wide receivers are split down wide onto this side. It's Hanstead and Pettigrew. They're going to fake the handoff. They're going to throw to Jesse Sandy, and he drops it. He had some room down here on this down sideline. Third and 6 for Mount Baker. Ball sits on the 39-yard line. Again, two wide receivers. Hanstead and Pettigrew. Beeson under center. He's going to turn and spin, and again he's going to run ram. And Jesse Sandy breaking through, making people miss. That's good for a first down as Sandy takes the ball into Nooksack Valley territory. Big gain of about 15 yards for the senior. That puts the ball down on the 47-yard line. First time Mount Baker has gotten into Nooksack Valley territory in this game with 6:35 and counting left in the first quarter. Traditional wing right formation now for Baker as Hanstead's in tight. They're going to hand the ball off to Brady West, who thumps a couple people as he gets up for about 8 yards. Nice run by the junior. Normally plays a lot of linebacker, but getting some snaps in at the 3-back for Ron Lepper and the Mountaineers. That's going to bring up 2nd and short. Two wide receivers. Beeson under center. He's just going to hand it straight off to Jesse Sandy, straight up the middle. That's going to be good for another Mount Baker first down as he gets 5 yards, takes the ball down to the 35-yard line, moving the chains. Here's a typical Baker offense, running a lot of misdirection, handing the ball, simple handoffs. Beeson, the undoubted senior leader of that team, running the offense. Not many players in the state of Washington can go from playing center to quarterback in one season. Beeson under center. He's going to throw, pitch and catch to Wyatt Pettigrew. Pettigrew makes a guy miss, and then he gets pushed out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. That's going to be good for another Mount Baker first down. Beeson finally able to connect tonight on his first pass completion. First and 10. Mount Baker moving the ball, showing some life. Beeson, another drop back to pass. He's going to throw a screen. He's got Alex Maloli out there. The sophomore dragging people all the way down to the 5-yard line. Nice play by the sophomore tight end, Alex Maloli, number 99. Jet triplet on the tackle, but nice play call by Ron Lepper getting his tight end involved. Ball's in the red zone. First and goal for the Mountaineers. Ball's on the 5. Beeson, he's going to hand off to Jesse Sandy, and he's going to go untouched. Touchdown Mountaineers. Jesse Sandy from 5 yards out. TJ Ackerman could have walked through that hole. Mount Baker's on the board with 4:38 left in the first quarter. Devin Beeson, also your place kicker. Joel Robles going the old school straight back style. Jordan Hughes, high snap, ball is down, kick is up, kick is good. 14-7. Mount Baker getting on the board. 4:38 left in the first quarter here in Nooksack Valley High School. What an entertaining first quarter so far in the first 7 minutes and 22 seconds. 21 points put up on the board combined. Joel Robles to kick for the Mountaineers. He's got the one-step straight back. This is some old school stuff right here, folks. Hey, look, bunch of sophomores. Oh, short little kick. That's going to be taken by somebody from Nooksack. Nice tackle there by Wyatt Pettigrew. Also there was number 24. That's Dylan Moa, the sophomore. Hey, Dylan. Kingma was there on the return, number 6. He's going with an old school throwback neck roll. That's pretty awesome. Glad to see the neck rolls coming back. Just to the right of me is one of the Mount Baker coaches, Derek Johnson, who had probably the greatest neck roll in the history of all high school neck rolls. That thing was insane. Brown, shotgun, Silva right behind him. They're going to hand it off. Nope, they're going to fake it. And that ball is almost picked off. Tipped and off the hands, and right there was Wyatt Pettigrew. And fell just in front of him. Second down for the Pioneers. Ball just inside the 50 at the Nooksack 49-yard line. That's going to be Lentz and Hughes going out up top. Brown, Baker showing blitz. Here comes Brady West. Here comes Marcus George. And another ball off the hands of Pettigrew. Dangerous throw from Joey Brown. Defensive coordinator Tom Morris been bringing the linebackers, getting some pressure, forcing Brown to move, try to throw as he's moving outside of the pocket. Worked against Kings. Kings blitzed Joey quite a bit, got him moving around, and he ended up throwing 3 picks in that game. So obviously the Mountaineer defensive coordinator saw something on the film that he liked in bringing the outside linebackers. 3rd down and 10. Big 3rd down for the for the Pioneers as they got 3 wide receivers on the far side. Marcus George showing blitz again, but they're going to hand it off up the middle. That's Jordan Silva, only good for about 4. Tackled by, let's see, Thayer Brown was there, Joel Robles, Brady West. Drake Pinkey was also in there. It's going to bring on the punt unit for the first time tonight for the Pioneers. Ball is just inside the Mount Baker 50, so it is marked down at the 47-yard line. Well, Tom Horseman's not happy about something. They're going to have to burn a timeout, Mountaineers, with 3:50 left in the first quarter. 4th and 5 with the ball at the 47, so having some problems getting some people in and out. That's Kevin Tucker coming in for the Mountaineers, number 26, the senior. All right, number 6 back for the Pioneers. Jesse Sandy really deep for Mount Baker. And they almost blocked the punt, and here's Jesse Sandy. He's going to make a move. He's going to get outside. He's got a blocker. He's got another blocker, and Jesse Sandy could be gone. Oh, they're going to say he went out of bounds. There's a flag, late flag, but the ball is taken up to the 35. Looks like it's going to be a block in the back on the Mountaineers, so that's going to march the ball backwards after Jesse Sandy took it on the outside and almost took it to the house. Yep, Mr. White Hat says illegal block in the back. Can't do that, so that's going to negate a really good run by Jesse Sandy and take the ball back to the Mountaineer 21-yard line. .335 left in this first quarter. And what a first quarter it's been. And Coach Bartle's trying to run down the sidelines, but that's not going to work very well. He's my brother, I can say it. 2 wideouts. We got Pettigrew and Hanstead. Single setback now. That's Marcus George. They're going to Davin Beeson on a keeper. He's going to turn it up, and he gets tackled down for no gain. Not sure who number 63 is, but he's going to get credit for the tackle. Is that Brulin that was there? I'm almost got this memorized for the Pioneers. Also on their defensive line is Kyan Carter and the best name in all of Whatcom County, Duke Halaapiapi. Yep, I can say it. Handoff to Jesse Sandy up the middle. He gets taken and hit and brought down by Kyan Carter. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Mountaineers. They're going to say 3rd and 5 with the ball on about the 27-yard line for the Mountaineers. Basin under center. Nooksack showing 5 guys, showing blitz. They're going to dump it down. There's Alex Maloli. He tries to make a move and slips. He slips, and there was number 10, and that's Jet Triplett, but that's going to bring up 4th down for the Mountaineers, so they're going to have to punt. And the penalty comes back to bite him in the derriere. Jesse Sandy back to punt. Colton Lentz back just in the Nooksack Valley side. Sandy with a punt, little line drive, but it's going to hit. It's going to take a little bit of a Baker bounce. That looks like Benjamin Johnny over there touching the ball along with number 58. 58's got to be Drake Pinky. You can tell by the calves. One name I haven't called yet tonight on the Mount Baker defense is sophomore defensive end Vance Lawrence, one of the county's top quarterback sack leaders. Been hard sledding for the defensive ends as Coach Horseman's been blitzing the outside linebackers with some success. Here come the Pioneers. They're going to blitz right up the middle, and that's going to go nowhere. Drake Pinky, Brady West, and the rest of the Mountaineers. Nice play by Drake Pinky, the junior. filling in for the injured Ethan Larson. On the offensive line, they're going to shuffle some pieces on defense. So Joel Robles is out on the defensive end where Drake is helping anchor the inside. Nice to see Drake getting in on the action. Pinky, one of the hardest workers in the weight room for the Mountaineers for the past couple years. In case you didn't know, they had one hell of a good strength coach there. Trips down to this near side, and they're showing blitz again. And here comes Marcus George, and he's going to hold on, and he's going to take him down for another loss. Another blitz and another loss. Nice play by Marcus George, the outside linebacker. And the Pioneers are going the wrong direction. They're going backwards. Ball is now just on the inside line of the 35 with under 30 seconds left in the first quarter. And what a ball game already. Holy cow, this is going to be a doozy. Valley with 3 wide receivers off onto the far side. Mount Baker showing blitz again, and Joey Brown got rocked. There was Brady West again. 3 straight blitzes for the Mountaineer defense. 6.5 seconds left in the first quarter. 14-7 Nooksack. Brown had a receiver wide open, but with Brady West barreling down on him, tough to get the throw off, and the ever-dangerous Jesse Sandy is back to receive this punt. There's the punt, almost blocked again. Sandy's going to let it bounce. It's going to check up. It's going to hit. He's thinking about it. I would. And it's going to be touchdown at the 29-yard line, where the Mountaineers are going to take over after they flip-flop sides of the field. What a first quarter. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. 14-7 Pioneers. All right, we're getting ready to come back for the start of the second quarter as the teams flip-flop positions, and now Mount Baker is trying to go to Canada. They're going south to north, left to right on your television, phone, tablet, computer, bar screen. Or if you're a Mount Baker alum, Randy Carson, you're watching in your garage on a Saturday. Mount Baker, wing right. Beeson's going to spin. He's going to hand it off, and he gets absolutely destroyed. Early truck of the week. That's John Stremler. On Marcus George, that is an early in-the-house leader for truck of the week. That's going to be a loss of 2 yards. You're going to have to block that guy. Stay with us because between the third and fourth quarter, I'm going to sing a song. Here comes Beeson. Here comes Ram. Guard, tackle, pull. Jesse Sandy follows. Only good. And he's going to get it back to the original line of scrimmage. So now it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Mountaineers. And one of Ron Lepper's favorite plays where he pulls the backside guard and tackle. Brings up 3rd and 9 is what they're going to say for Mount Baker. Deep in their territory. Ball is on their own 30-yard line. Landon Handstead, the closest receiver, not on your screen. They're going to turn and fake it, and they're going to get Davin Beeson out on the outside, and it's him versus Jordan Silva. He leaps over him, and that's going to be a big play for the Mountaineers as he was pushed out of bounds by Big Duke Haliapiapi. Nice play call by the Mountaineers, getting Davin Beeson on the keeper around the outside, making a move, and getting the first down as that takes the ball up to the Mountaineer 42-yard line. Beeson under center. They're going to snap, hold, straight up the middle. Brady West meet jet triplet. Good for a couple. Second down. Brady West, hard runner, man. He runs like he plays linebacker with some aggression. 2nd and 8 for the Mountaineers. Ball's on the 44-yard line. Mount Baker in the road whites. Nooksack in the home purple. Wing right formation. That's Hanstead. They're going to pull Thayer Brown, try and get him on the outside. There's Jesse Sandy with the cut black block. There's a flag, so that means there's a hold. But Jesse Sandy just doesn't want to go down, man. I love that kid. Penalty flag. They're pointing in the way of Mount Baker. The side judge decided he was getting too cold and wanted to warm his arm up. They're saying holding on Mount Baker. That's going to take the ball back 10 yards. Nicholas Dykstra came running off the field there, holding his hand. He went over. Nooksack's going to have to burn a timeout. 9:18 left. He was pointing at his hand. Something didn't look right down there. He was late to get off, and so Coach Bartle decides to call a timeout. 9:17 left in the half. 14-7, the Purple Pioneers over the Mount Baker Mountaineers. What a great game so far. I mean, I haven't even had anything to drink yet tonight, and I didn't even have any coffee. I have no reason not to speak proper English. Anyways. It's been one heck of a physical ball game. The offensive and defensive lines on both teams are absolutely crushing each other, playing hard, physical football. Both running backs, or all the running backs on both sides of the ball, are running incredibly hard. Nobody wants to go down on the first hit. We've had some passes. We've had a turnover. We've had a really big run by Jordan Silva in this first quarter. 60-plus yards for another touchdown for him. It has just been a great football game. This is what Whatcom County football is all about right here, folks. Two old rivals, smash mouth football. Here we go. Second and forever. I mean, it's second and from here to Deming for the Mountaineers. 22 yards, but they're going to run it up the middle. Nope, Davin Beeson's going to throw it. He's got a guy, and he's got Maloli wide open. First down, Mountaineers. Davin Beeson tapping into some Russell Wilson magic as he scrambles and throws a rainbow pass to the sophomore tight end. Monster play all the way into Nooksack Valley territory as the ball is taken down to the 40-yard line. Big-time play by a big-time player, Davin Beeson. Alex Maloli getting involved early. Super happy for the sophomore. Beeson under center. They're going to run it straight up the middle to Jesse Sandy. And he's got a little bit of a gap, and he's taken down by Colton Lentz inside the 20, and the Mountaineers are in business. Two plays, 55 yards later, and the Mountaineers are sitting pretty inside the 20. Whoa! Marcus George up the middle. He's going to dance. He's going to keep going. Is he going to almost break it? But that's going to be good for a first down as he takes the ball down to the 5. Colton Lentz there on the tackle, and they're going to say that's a first down. Mark the chains. First and goal for the Mountaineers. Beeson under center. Snap. There's Ram. There's Jesse Sandy. There's a hold. So we got another penalty flag, and that's going to be holding on the Mountaineers. That's going to take the ball back to the 15-yard line. Another holding call on the Mountaineers. I think that's their third one tonight already. Nooksack Valley student section is having some fun tonight on Whatcom Educational Credit Union night. Credit Union coming out, getting involved in high school athletics. What they're doing is showing up on a game, and they're going to give, at the end of the season, $500 to the general student fund of the high school that best exemplifies school spirit and sportsmanship. Here come the Pioneers. First down and 18 to go from the 15. That doesn't make sense. Beeson's going to lob it up. He's got Wyatt Pettigrew. Incomplete. Just overthrew him deep in the end zone. Beeson showing a lot of touch for a big dude throwing the football. Out there was number 4. That's Jordan Silva. Slight height discrepancy there as Wyatt Pettigrew is about, I think he's probably about 6'1", but he's also one of the best long jumpers in the state regardless of qualification. So the kid's got hops. I'm not talking white boy hops either. I'm talking like hops. Beeson under center. He's going to look to pass again. They're going to throw a screen. Marcus George, he makes a man move. That's Jet Triplett. Touchdown Mountaineers, Marcus George. He made one of the best tacklers in Whatcom County miss in Jet Triplett, and he skirts into the end zone for a touchdown. What a play call by the Mountaineers. Out to hold is number 19, Davin Beeson, with 7:37 left in the half. Jordan Hughes on the snap. Joel Robles to kick. Snap, hold, kick, good. We got a tie ball game, folks. 7:30 seconds left in the first half, and strap in. I smell popcorn somewhere. You better grab your popcorn. You better grab your cervezas, your hot chocolate, whatever you got going on, because this is going to be one heck of a ball game. Woo day!
Video, other video.
Right? Mike Hughes joining us up here in the booth. Love Mike. There's some intensity on the Nooksack Valley sideline. As Coach Bartle having some choice words for his defense as they were not able to bring down Marcus George on the screen, and he scampers 18 yards for a touchdown to tie the ball game. This is one. Stay tuned, everybody. I'm telling you, this game could come down to whoever has the ball last. Joel Robles going to do the one-step and kick. Kick, and it's going to hit the ground, and they better get on it because that's a live ball. Doesn't go out of bounds, but it does get touched down at the 32 where the Pioneer offense is going to take over. 7:36 left in the half. Haven't heard Carl Tiska yelling yet, which is surprising. Just because I got headphones on doesn't mean I can't hear Carl. I mean, Carl, he tested his scream out the other day. He's got a decibel reader on his phone. Let's just say he would give Motley Crue a run for their money. Trips onto the far side for the Pioneers. Brown and Silva in the backfield. They're going to hand it off up the middle to Silva, and right there is Thayer Brown, and cleaning up is David Beeson. Nice play by the senior future Marine Corps enrollee in Thayer Brown. Thayer signing his papers to join the Marine Corps right at the beginning of the season, at the end of the summer. When I saw him after he signed his papers, had a huge smile on his face. Very proud of that young man for joining. Mount Baker showing a blitz. They're going to throw the pass. Landon and Smith ends up falling down on the turf. Gets whoever that was. Caleb Kingwood gets pushed out of bounds short of the first down on the far sideline by Wyatt Pettigrew. Stops the clock with 6:51 left in the half. Tie ball game. Here goes my little nephew, Luke, running the ball off the field. Future Pioneer. Traditional wide receivers out, 2 on each side for Nooksack. Brown flanked by Silva. Baker showing blitz, trying to time it. Wow, really? Well, it looks like the ref on this near sideline is getting really bored, so he's going to throw a flag just to change pace. I mean, they got in the neutral zone, but it's not like they got in the neutral zone worthy enough to call a penalty, but there's always got to be one guy that has to make his presence known. Right there, Mr. Blackshirt. We'll say, as much as I like to break the referees' chops, they actually have been doing a pretty good job this year. Except for that Ferndale-Arlington game. You guys were terrible. Brown on a shotgun pass. He's going to take a shot. There's Kevin Tucker. Breaking up the pass to Hughes as Brown decided to take a shot. Dangerous proposition getting the ball up that high in the air as Mount Baker leads the county in interceptions with 9. They average almost 2 interceptions a game. Coach Horseman doing a fantastic job of teaching them to go up and get the ball. Instead of being 2nd down and 10 with the ball on the 48, stops the clock with 6:45 left to go in the first half. Trips on the far side, Hughes down below, Brown, Silva in the backfield. Mount Baker showing blitz again. Brady West is going to come on in. He's got Hughes down below. Kevin Tucker slips and misses. That's going to be a first down for the Pioneers as Kevin Tucker tackles Mr. Hughes at the 37-yard line inside of Mount Baker territory. Baker tried to get a blitz. Nooksack picked it up perfectly, and Brown had time to pitch and catch. Trips on the far side, single backbound below. That's going to be Hughes. Tucker matched up on him. Brown, he's going to get crushed by Drake Pinkey. And there's Vance Lawrence. There we go. Vance Lawrence for the first time getting into the action. Nice job by Drake Pinkey standing up the quarterback, and Vance coming in to help finish it up. 2nd down. Brown takes the snap. He's going to hand off to Silva. He goes nowhere. Marcus George, Thayer Brown. Mount Baker defense is stepping up big time after the big pass play. It's going to bring up third down and about 16 for the Pioneers. They're starting to go backwards. Can the Mount Baker defense hold Nooksack to a punt? As the Baker student section starts to get a little bit of life. Trips to this near side. Brown and Silva in the backfield. Beeson moving out to outside linebacker. Brown is going to be flushed. There's Vance Lawrence for another sack and an incredibly cheap blindside block by Colton Lentz. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty on an unsuspecting player that wasn't looking. That's not a good play. That's the type of stuff they're trying to get out of football. The illegal block on Drake Pinky, but Pinky just popped right back up. It was like, that's all you got, freshman? Let's see if Baker accepts the penalty or declines it. Personal foul, blind side. That's going to, they're going to decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. Nooksack's going to have to punt the ball on their 45 with 20 yards to go. So Jesse Sandy is going to be deep. So here we go. Kingma back to punt. Punt almost blocked. It hits the ground. Everyone's yelling Peter. I mean, stay away from the ball, but Kevin Tucker obviously didn't listen to that because he got really close. So, Mount Baker's going to take over with 4:36 left to go in the half. Ball's at about the 10.5-yard line. What does the Mountaineer offense have in store with 4:36 left in the half? 90 yards to go to take the lead. Beeson to pass. He's going to throw it out. That's Landon Hanstead, the speedy wide receiver, taken down by Wayne Silvis down at the 25-yard line. That's going to be good for a first down. Nice throw by Beeson. The ball was in the air before Hanstead even turned around. Clock still running, 4:15 left in the half. Two wide receivers on the far side. Baker going to run the ball to Jesse Sandy. He's got one guy to beat. He's got one guy to beat. Down at the 30-yard line is Jesse Sandy. Huge play by the senior running back. That's a gain of about 40. The ball is now resting at the Nooksack 31 as Mount Baker is in business. Jesse Sandy in motion. They're going to hand it off to Marcus George right up the middle. He makes a guy miss. Jet Triplett was holding on by the shoelaces, ends up bringing him down. But not after George gets a gain of about 5 yards. Second down for the Mountaineers. Beeson under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Jesse Sandy. There he goes again. There goes Jesse Sandy. Touchdown, Mount Baker Mountaineers. Jesse Sandy. Touchdown number 2 on the night. What a run by the senior. Snap, high, hold, down, kick. No good from Joel Robles. That's going to make the score 20-14 with 2:54 left in the half as Mount Baker takes their first lead of the game here in Nooksack. Well, that play was just called give the ball to Jesse Sandy and let the senior make magic happen because he had 2 big runs, capping it off with a 20-plus yard touchdown to give Mount Baker the 20-14 lead here as we're staring down just under 3 minutes left in the entertaining first half of football between these 2 old rivals, the Pioneers and Mount Baker. I said this last week, but did you know that when my dad was at Mount Baker, Nooksack never beat him? Did they even score a touchdown? Probably not, he says. Back under the Bob Tisdale days. Joel Robles is going to do the one-step kick. He hasn't kicked it very far, but he's kicked it effectively. Jordan Silva got taken out because his mouth guard ripped off the attachment on his face mask, so they had to bring in somebody else. So that leaves a freshman in the back, and Howell finally gets a good kickoff. That's Colton Lentz taking it on the 11-yard line. He gets taken down by a whole host of Mount Baker Mountaineers on the far sideline on or about the 27-yard line. The momentum has swung completely on the other side of the ball to the Mountaineers. The first half belonged to Nooksack Valley, or the first quarter, I should say, belonged to Nooksack Valley. And about halfway through that first quarter, Mount Baker has just come out of nowhere and scored 20 unanswered. 14 unanswered, I should say. Not quite sure who number 33 is, but he's coming in for Silva. Evan Bravo. All right, here come the Pioneers. 2:45 left in the first half, trailing for the first time this game. Coach Bartle out on the field talking to the refs. I'm not sure how he's able to get away with this without burning a timeout. One thing about Coach Bartle, he knows the rule book, so he's going to use it to his advantage. So if he found a way to get them to not start it while they were replacing that, they did. All right, so Silva's back in the game. Brown with Silva off to his right. Baker showing blitz again. There's the blitz. There's Jesse Sandy, and there's a drop pass by Colton Lentz. Joey, looks like there was a bunch of Mount Baker Mountaineers in the backfield. It's going to bring up second down. Two wide receivers on each side of the ball. Brown is going to, nope, we got a penalty on Nooksack Valley. That's going to be a false start. Nooksack really missing Corey Only right about now, the speedster slot receiver. That's going to move the Pioneers back 5 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 15. The ball is now going to be marked on just inside the 25 at the 24-yard line of the Pioneers. 2:38 left in the first half, trailing 20-14 as Mount Baker just took the lead on a Jesse Sandy touchdown run. Ooh, pitch and catch, but Jesse Sandy right there to lay a big pop on Colton Lentz. Gain of only about 6. That's going to be 3rd down and distance for the Pioneers. That keeps the clock running as the ball stays in the field of play. They're saying 3rd and 7 for the Pioneers. Baker been showing blitz with the outside linebackers, Marcus George and Brady West, pretty much since halfway through the first quarter. They got the speedsters on the end, and sophomores Vance Lawrence and Alex Maloli, and they draw him offside again. Another 5 yards coming forward because the Mount Baker Mountaineers can't watch the ball. That makes it a much more manageable 3rd and 3 for the Pioneers. 3rd and 2, maybe. The Pioneers taking advantage of the highly aggressive Mount Baker defensive line, trying to get the jump so they can get back there and get Brown under some pressure. They're going to hand off up the middle. Nope, they're going to keep it. Alex Maloli with a missed tackle. Joey Brown is dangerous in the open field. Tripped up by Kevin Tucker, finished off by Vance Lawrence and Thayer Brown, but not after Joey Brown gets a 1st down as the ball gets taken into Mount Baker territory at the clock. Stopping as they move the chains. 1:36 left in the half. Ball's at the 48-yard line. Maloli was there, just couldn't make the tackle. Brown injured his back in the first game of the season against Seaholm. Mount Baker showing blitz, pulling out. They're going to run a quick screen. That ball was thrown forward, so that's going to be an incomplete pass. Off the fingertips of Colton Lentz. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Stops the clock with 69 seconds left in the half. Caleb Kingma, I think that's number 6 Kingma, is holding his shoulder, trying to swing his arm. Flushed out by Maloli, and there's Drake Pinkey and Maloli and Davin Beeson to help clean it up. That clock keeps ticking. 3rd and 12, under a minute left to go in the half. The ball is just on the inside of the 50 on the Nooksack side. 3rd and 12. If I'm Nooksack, I got to take a shot to the end zone, try and tie this game up before half or take the lead. Baker is going to be playing their safeties deep. That's Sandy and Landon Smith. Are they going to bring pressure? Just with Maloli, they're going to throw it short to number 6. Kingma gets pushed out of bounds. That was a late hit out of bounds. Not sure how they didn't call that one. Kingma stops the clock with 19 seconds, but the ball is taken down to the 32-yard line, a little bit closer for the Pioneers. Can the Mountaineer defense hold on? 19 seconds left in the half. They are up 20-14. Nooksack marching, trying to get into the end zone by the end of the half. Brown, he drops straight back. He's looking to take a shot. He's got a man, but Kevin Tucker is there, and it gets broken up just down close to the end zone. Incomplete pass. 14 seconds left to go into the half. It's second down, Nooksack Valley. They keep trying to pick on Mr. Tucker over there, but he is up to the challenge so far tonight, folks. Filling in for the injured Caleb Horseman, who's on the other sidelines with a cast on his leg. Broken fibula. $14 seconds even left in the first half. Bunch formation on the far side. Two spread out down below. Brown's going to look. He has Maloli there. That's going to be a holding against the Pioneers as Brown gets taken down. Stops the clock with 4.2 seconds, but there's a penalty against Nooksack. Yep. Holding as Maloli was barreling down on Brown, and the only choice that the lineman had was to hold, because if not, Brown would have been down. Sophomore getting off the ball quick. Must be all that time in the weight room. .2 seconds left. They're going to march the ball back 10 yards, so that's going to take it down to the 50. Nooksack going to take a shot here, or are they just going to call a timeout? Coach Bartle wants to think it over real quick. Well, let's see what Coach Bartle has in store with 4.2 seconds left in the first half with his team trailing 20-14. All right, folks, here we go. 3rd and 28. Ball is on the 50. 4.2 seconds left in the half. Pioneers down by 6. Brown and Silva in the backfield. They're going to run the ball up the middle. And Silva, that's going to do it for the half as he's taken down by Brady Wist and Davin Beeson. And that's going to be it for one heck of a first half. The Mountaineers have a 20-14 lead over the Pioneers. And it's halftime. And we'll be back in about 20 minutes, because it's a homecoming for the Pioneers. So they're going to add on an extra 5 minutes for some homecoming festivities. So stay tuned and check back in about 20 minutes. All right, we are looking at about 5.5 minutes left to go in the halftime. Hope you guys enjoyed the halftime festivities of staring at an N and a V. But before that, even though the microphone was muted, that was the homecoming royalty on the feminine side for the Nooksack Valley High School Pioneers, as all but one of the guys play football. So that's why you didn't see any of the guys. They were out. The girls were out with parents or grandparents. Want to give a huge thank you to our sponsors, Training Grounds, Bellingham's premier training facility. Said it once, said it twice. I've actually said it a whole bunch of times this year. But it's 36,000 square feet of iron paradise, 1 million pounds of plate weight. If I go there, you know it's a good spot. So there you go. Training Grounds. Check them out. Also brought to you by the selfemployedjourney.com. Hey, if you go to the selfemployedjourney.com right now or go to their new podcast, guess who you're going to hear? Yep, me. That's right. I'm famous. The Self-Employed Journey, helping young entrepreneurs and solo business owners navigate the terrible fields of solo business ownership. That's the selfemployedjourney.com. Thanks to our sponsors. What a first half, folks. But before we get to the recap of the first half, I want to give an incredibly special shout out to 13 girls and 2 coaches who are stuck in a hotel room in Oroville, Washington, wherever the heck that is. I have no idea, but it's probably in the middle of nowhere in eastern Washington. But the Mount Baker girls volleyball team is there. So Trinity Anderson, Cariana Kronk, Caitlin Vanderhorst, Caitlin Rosenberg, Lucy Hughes, Annalie Cohn, Tate Reardon, Ashlyn Cloninger, Grace Laverne, Riley Ross, Ari Seed, Octavia Stenson, Haley Jimmy, and the 2 coaches, Coach Brittany Ross and Coach Melanie Laverne. I'm going to say something I probably shouldn't say this, but guess what? It's my website, and I can say whatever I want. Go kick some ass this weekend, girls. As the Mount Baker Mountaineers are starting to make their way back out for the second half warm-ups, they were led by Jesse Sandy with 2 monster touchdown runs. Heck, he had almost 80 yards rushing in one series, and he's got to be leading the game right now in rushing with it. He's got to be looking north of 150 yards with 2 touchdowns. Marcus George, Brady West also running the heck out of the ball for the Mountaineers. On the other side of the ball for the Pioneers, they came out swinging with Jordan Silva getting 2 touchdowns early, one from a couple yards out, one from about 35 or 40. And that's where we sit, folks. Some mistakes and penalties on both sides of the ball. A turnover from Mount Baker early on their first series was able to give the ball back, and that's what helped Nooksack get their first score of the game. So if you are watching from a crappy hotel room in Oroville, Washington, or you're watching from Valley Taps here in Everson, you better strap on and I said it backwards. Sit down and strap on whatever you got near, because this is going to be a wild ride for this second half, folks. As we got 90 seconds left until kickoff. The Mountaineers are out in their traditional circle. You even got Ethan Larson out there on his crutches. Love to see the injured players. Well, I don't like to see the injured players. Let's be honest here. Injured players suck. But that's what being a teammate is all about, as Ethan Larson is out there on his crutches, hobbling and around. Also on the sideline over there is Caleb Horseman in a walking boot. We got Willem Maloli on crutches as well. Let's give the injured guys some shout out. Super Zoom. There's Caleb Horseman. Tallest guy on the field over there. Just kidding. And we got Mr. Maloli over there as Davin Beeson's warming up. And here come the Pioneers. after taking a census poll of myself and my father, Jesse Sandy is the early front runner for our player of the game, sponsored by Elite Athlete Development. That's my company. I can do what I want with it. Jordan Silva is a close second. Jordan, already the first and only two-time winner of the Game of the Week. I got the plaques in. I even got the trophies for the Truck of the Week, which currently is going to go to John Stremler of the Pioneers. He very impolitely introduced himself to Marcus George in the first half. Oh my gosh, Ethan Larson's a dork. Hey, Tate Reardon, that's your boyfriend. All right, the clock is ticking down as calisthenics get the blood flowing. Coach Bartle, the elder statesman of the offspring of Alex and Judy. Well, let's see who had the better halftime speech, Coach Bartle or Coach Lepper. We'll find out real quick in just about 75 seconds and counting. Make sure you guys take some pictures, post them on the socials at Whatcom County Sports. Hashtag Chris Bartle is the greatest commentator over Joe Buck in the history of sports. All right, folks, here we go. 30 seconds. Can they make the clock go any faster? Like, really, I just want to get started. This is going to be one heck of a second half. Mount Baker is going to be kicking because Nooksack Valley won the opening toss and they deferred to the second half, so they're going to take the ball. You know, that would be pretty funny to see a team win the toss, defer, and then kick off in the second half. I've never even heard of that. That'd be one of the weirdest things I think ever to happen, but it would be hysterical and it'd be cool. I mean, why not? So the Pioneers are going to be kicking from south to north, the Mountaineers are going to be kicking from, there's a lot of ears. Pioneers, Mountaineers, that's a lot of ears going on. So Mount Baker is going to be kicking south to north, left to right, as we get ready to start the second half of football here from Sid Lambert Field on the campus of Nooksack Valley High School. Joel Robles with the one-stepping kick, old school style, and we're going to get underway, folks. And there's the kick. It's going to be taken by number 9, Colton Letts. They're going to do a reverse jet. Jordan Silva's got it, and it worked once. It's worked not quite twice as he gets met and shoved out of bounds by Wyatt Pettigrew, I think was over there. I think Jesse Sandy was also over there. I can't see that far. All right, here we go. Let's see what the Pioneers have in store as they take their first possession of the second half, trailing 20-14. Brown and Silva in the backfield. They're going to send someone in motion. They're going to look, and Brown's going to get flushed out. There's Marcus George. There's Davin Beeson. There's Willem Maloli. But Mr. Brown is going to get about 5 yards. So that's going to bring up second down as the ball is marked at the 37-yard line. I sure did, Carl. That's Carl Tiska, everybody. Super fan. If you've ever been to a Mount Baker game, trust me, you know who Carl is. Actually, if you live in Whatcom County and you've ever had a Baker game play, you know who Carl Tiska is. All right, second down, 5 for the Pioneers. They're going to send another guy in motion. They're going to bring him across the middle. They're going to try and do it again. He's just going to spike it. There's already a penalty flag on the field. Holding on the offense for Nooksack Valley. That's going to back him up 10 yards. Should be about 2nd and 15. So Nooksack trying to get that crossing route. Brown trying to look at someone cutting across the middle. Is that Kimball? Number 3. Is that Dawson Kimball? Hey, I'm starting to get the Nooksack Valley roster. Yeah, the penalties aren't doing the Pioneers any favor as they look to throw again. And Alex Maloli's going to flush Joey Brown. He's going to throw on the run. That's going to be pass interference. Landon Smith was there just a little bit too early. And now they're just going to trade some penalties. So that's going to be, it looks like they're going to march the ball back up 10 yards. So it's still going to be 2nd down and 10. Oh, wow, they're going to say that's a 15-yarder, huh? Interesting. Well, Landon wanted to hit somebody. It's been a while. So that's a big penalty because what was down in distance is now 2nd and short for the Pioneers. Looking to pass. Again, Alex Maloli causing heck in the backfield. Here comes Davin Beeson, and that's not something that you're going to want to do if you're Joey Brown. Ooh, Coach Bartle is pissed. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Joey was able to get a couple. Coach Bartle still giving an earful to the referee. Three wide receivers out. Jordan Silva hasn't touched the ball yet. Till just now, there's Jesse Sandy missing a tackle. It's going to be good for a 1st down. Takes the ball up to the 48-yard line. Nice run by Jordan. Typical set for Nooksack Valley with 2 wide receivers on each side. Brown shotgun. He's looking to throw. He's going to pump fake. He's going to try to get outside. He's got somebody wide open. That's Dawson Kimball beating Landon Smith up on the far side. So that's going to take the ball deep into Mountaineer territory all the way down to the 26-yard line. Nice play by Joey Brown. Three wide receivers now as well. Jordan's going to be as a slot back. 2 wide receivers. They're going to run Kimball in motion. They're going to sweep all the way out. Brady West couldn't make the tackle, trying to get to the corner, but there's Davin Beeson and Jesse Sandy. A lot of running to only get a couple yards there, but it's still a positive play, so that's going to bring the ball up a couple yards, marked down at the 24-yard line, so 2nd and 6, I believe. Coach Bartle still letting the referee have it, letting him know where the out-of-bounds line is. Even drew him a map. Brown looking to throw. Again, he's got a man wide open. Dropped. That's Caleb Kingma that dropped the ball. There was Beeson and Smith to break up the pass. 3rd and 7. Ball's on the 34. 3 wide receivers to the far side. Hughes down below, matched up on Kevin Tucker. They're going to look to throw a quick screen, and out there is Jesse Sandy, Davin Beeson, Marcus George, everybody. It's going to be a no gain right there. Nice play by the Mountaineer defense. If I'm Coach Bartle, I'm going to go for this. 4th down, ball's on the 26. Well, that's the difference between the older Bartle and the younger one. Are they going to try a field goal? Yep, they are. Going to go for points here. They're going to try and get 3. It is a 40-yard field goal. 30, 40, 45 actually. Snap, kick. Is it long enough? Oh, off the crossbar! He had the accuracy. He just needed one more. That's a one heck of a try right there by the Pioneers. Caleb Kingma, I believe that's who it was kicking. So that's going to be a turnover on downs with 8:46 left in the 3rd quarter. Mount Baker takes over on their own 20-yard line. Nice stand by the Mountaineer defense. Let's see if it's going to be continue the Jesse Sandy show here in the second half. There's Ram, and they're going to hand it off to Jesse, and it doesn't go anywhere. Nice job by Duke Hala Api breaking through and making sure that play didn't go anywhere. Second and 10. Beeson coming up under center. Pettigrew's on the far side. He's going to look to pass. He's got a man. Slips and falls. That's Landon Hanstead. Oh, my goodness. Yikes. They're going to call pass interference, and I think Britt Lentz and the coaching staff in the booth is about ready to break out of the booth. Surprisingly, my brother is actually really calm right now. That is a huge penalty. Well, actually, that's not a huge penalty. That's a huge bad call by the referees right there. That's an automatic first down for Nooksack. Moves the ball up to the 35-yard line. 2 wide receivers up. They're going to hand the ball off to Jesse Sandy, and he breaks a tackle of Duke Hala Api. And he gets up about 8 yards following the lead block at Drake Pinkey. Nice blocking by the Mountaineer defense. Duke, one of the big, strong defensive linemen for the Pioneers. But you're going to need both hands to take down Jesse Sandy because that kid runs hard. Ball's resting at the 44-yard line of Mount Baker. He's going deep. He's got a man. He's got Pettigrew. Pettigrew has a step on Jordan Silva, and he's trying to take him into the end zone. What a play and throw by Davin Beeson all the way down to Wyatt Pettigrew. The ball is marked down on the 7-yard line of Nooksack Valley after a monster play by the Mountaineers. Pettigrew able to get a step on Jordan Silva and almost took it to the house. Beeson under center. He's going to hand off to Jesse Sandy, and Sandy's into the end zone for a touchdown, his third of the game. The Nooksack offense is going to stay on the field. They're going to go for 2. What did I say? Oops. No, Mount Baker. I love it when I get corrected. Sorry, folks. The Mount Baker offense is going to stay on the field. Go for 2. Turning point on that drive was the man in black and white. I wonder if they're going to run Ram. Nope, they're going to run a keeper to Davin Beeson. That doesn't go anywhere. So the score is now 26-14. Mount Baker extending their lead with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Duke Hala Apiapi was the first one there for the Pioneer defense, thwarting the 2-point conversion by the Mountaineers. That guy right there played a big role in that drive. All right, here we go. Joel Robles back to kick for the Mountaineers. Deep is Jordan Silva and Colton Lentz. Squibber. It's going to be bobbled and taken down. There's Davin Beeson again. Or no, that's Alex Maloli that was there, the first one to get the wrap. 24, that's Dylan Moa again coming up off the pile with Brady West and Alex Maloli. So nice job by the freshman. Dylan Moa getting a couple tackles in on special teams. All right, here comes the Pioneer offense. They're down by 12 points. They're trailing 26-14 with 6:52 left in the third quarter. They're going to bring 3 wide receivers down here. I think that's Kingama and Kimball and Hughes. No, it's Colton Lentz down here. Baker's showing blitz. Here comes Brady West, and Brown was able to get away, but not until Alex Maloli shows up to wrap him up. What a game by the sophomore defensive end, Alex Maloli. Baker blitzing those outside linebackers very frequently, causing Brown to have to step up. He's been able to make a couple plays with his feet, but that interior defense is doing a good job for the Mountaineers and not letting Brown get too far out. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 11 for the Pioneers, trying to figure out this Mountaineer defense. Again, movement on the Mountaineers. No, they're going to say a false start on the Pioneers this time. That's going to move them back another 5. It's going to take the ball all the way down to the 32-yard line or somewhere around there. Second and a country half mile. That's Thayer Brown and Drake Pinkey on the interior defensive line. Maloli and Hoyle Robles on the outside. Baker again showing blitz with their linebackers. They come straight up the middle, and there is nowhere for Jordan Silva to go. Hoyle Robles getting credit for the tackle, but there was a bunch of people there. 3rd and 16 for the Pioneers. This is should be an obvious passing down, and in comes Vance Lawrence, the pass rushing sophomore for the Mountaineers. Top 10 in sacks in the county. Two wide receivers split. Silva in the backfield. They're going to look to throw. There's another holding penalty on Alex Maloli. There's Drake Pinkey. What a play by the defensive lineman. Drake Pinkey having himself a game as well, but Alex Maloli is unblockable right now for the for the Mountaineers. Is Baker going to accept this or decline the penalty and make it 4th down? In comes Benjamin Johnny, the freshman, in for Landon Smith. So I don't see Nooksack going anywhere. So Mount Baker declines the penalty. It brings up 4th down and 13. So that's Nooksack's going to have to punt. Back deep is the ever dangerous Jesse Sandy. And that ball is almost blocked. Short kick, Drake Pinkey again. So with 4:49 left in the 3rd, Mount Baker takes over possession. Leading 26-14 on homecoming night here at Nooksack Valley High School. All right, 1st and 10 on the 42 for the Mountaineers. Handoff to Jesse Sandy, who gets tripped up real quick. That's John Stremler on the play. That's going to be a loss. Second and 10. They didn't mark it for a loss, so 2nd and 10 for the Mountaineers. Wing T formation. Beeson's intercepted! And Beeson makes the tackle on the 10-yard line. And both players are down. As they got tackled into the sand pit where they do the long jump. Beeson slow to get up. King was slow to get up. I think that was Dawson Kimball on the interception. Dawson Kimball down, but makes one heck of a play reading the pass play as Beeson stepped back to throw into the flat. He was right there jumping straight up to make the play, the interception, and almost took it to the house. The referee is pushing the team to the sidelines as he is up, but he is being helped off the field, and this is not good for the Pioneers. You never want to see a player get carried off like that. We hope everything is okay. Not even going to take a remotely controlled guess as to what happened going into the sand pit over there. So with 4:02 left in the third, Nooksack Valley gets a huge turnover, ball deep in Mount Baker territory as they take over on the Mountaineer 10-yard line, trailing by 12. But they are in business. Here comes Browns. He's got 3 wide receivers down here on the short side. Silva's going to take a little step back. They're going to hand it to Jordan Silva. He makes 5 guys miss, and he's into the touch. He's in for a touchdown. What really bad tackling by the Mountaineers as Jordan Silva makes 7 guys miss on his way into the end zone. Some colorful language coming off the field. I think Jordan Silva's a little fired up. So the accounting firm of Brown and Kimball, and the kick is blocked. It almost seemed inevitable as the Mountaineers had been close to blocking a couple things so far in this game, and they do get through. So the score is 26-20. .353 left in the first half, in the third quarter. Mount Baker up 26-20. Big touchdown off a turnover for Jordan Silva. Here comes the kick from the Pioneers. Big deep kick, but that's fieldable for Jesse Sandy as he's got a head of steam on the far side, but he slows down. Watch out for the sand pit. All right, well, Mount Baker gets the ball back with 3:44 left in the third quarter after an interception from Davin Beeson led to a Nooksack Valley touchdown by Jordan Silva to make this a 26-20 ball game. Landon Hansett split way out down here outside of your screen. They're going to run a lead. There's Davin Beeson on the lead block for Jesse Sandy, but he doesn't get anywhere. Big John Stremler there for the Nooksack Valley defense, and now the momentum has swung back towards the Pioneers. Wing right for Mount Baker. Beeson under center. He's going to turn and hand it off. Nope. It's going to go to Landon Hanstead on the outside, and he's going to try to make a couple guys move. He breaks a tackle and keeps going. Nice play by Landon Hanstead, the sophomore, filling in for Caleb Horseman. Getting the first down, moving the chains. The ball is going to be taken all the way up to the Mountaineer 48-yard line, and they're back in business. Little trickeration from the Mount Baker coaching booth. Hanstead in motion, taps Beeson. Beeson spin, here comes 44 Ram. That means Jesse Sandy time. That means Jesse Sandy's gonna take someone for a ride. That was number 10, Jet Triplet. As Jesse Sandy just keeps adding to his total, that's another 9 yards. He's gotta be looking at close to 200 yards tonight. He's got 2 touchdowns. Jordan Silva's got all 3 of for the Pioneers. Hanstead again in motion, taps Beeson. Beeson's going to keep it himself. He's going to plunge ahead. It's going to be good for a first down on a little QB sneak. Takes the ball up to the Nooksack Valley 38-yard line, moves the chains for the Mountaineers. In comes Beeson in a Ron Lepper offense. The quarterback does all the running. Comes to the sideline, gets the play. Timeout, Nooksack Valley. That's their first of the second half. Well, has the momentum shifted back to the Mount Baker side? I don't know, but they're doing a pretty good job on offense right now. With 1:26 left in the third quarter, Mount Baker holds a 6-point lead, 26-20 over the Pioneers. Coach Lepp talking to his boys in the huddle. All right, timeout time is over. Mountaineers have their play called. They're up to the line and ready to go. Pioneers shuffling some pieces around a little bit. Hanstead's way down here. Pettigrew's way up at the top of the screen. Beeson's going to pitch it. He gets a nice block, but gets shed by Jet Triplet as Jesse Sandy only gets a good couple yards there. One of the new wrinkles to this offense that Coach Lepp has put in since Davin Beeson took over at quarterback. Davin last year was a guard. This year was a center. Sorry, 2 years ago he was a guard. Last year was a center. This year started at center. Wing right formation, traditional wing right formation. Nooksack's in a 4-4 defense. They're going to spin and hand the ball off to Marcus George. He kind of went the wrong way. The hole was actually the other way. Marcus always looking for contact, trying to turn back inside, but if he kicks it on the outside, I bet you he's still running almost to Canada. That's going to bring up third down for the Mountaineers. They got to get to the 27-yard line of Nooksack, and the ball is currently on the 34. That's going to be the end of the third quarter as Mount Baker just goes to the sideline, and so does Nooksack as the clock starts winding down under 10 seconds. 26-20, Baker holding on to a 6-point lead as we go to the fourth quarter in Nooksack. Told you guys this was going to be one heck of a second half. The momentum shifts from both teams throughout this game have been frequent. Nooksack dominating the first half of the first quarter. Mount Baker dominating the entire second quarter. In that third quarter, I don't know, man. That's kind of a coin flip. Baker had some momentum. Beeson throws an interception. Next play, Jordan Silva scores a touchdown. Now Mount Baker is marching, but they got some work to do with the 3rd and 7 and the ball on the Pioneer 34-yard line. And I forgot to sing. So as we get ready to start this final frame here in Nooksack, we got a 6-point ball game. The Mountaineers looking to get a first down deep in Pioneer territory. Wing right formation. They send a guy in motion, but they're going to hand it off to Jesse Sandy. He falls forward, but is it going to be enough? No. He is going to be short by about 2 yards. That's going to bring up a 4th down. And I'm sure Coach Leopard talked about this in between the quarters, and he's probably going to go for this. This is 4th and a long 3 yards. Do you try and draw the offensive line or defensive line offsides on a hard count? Or do you give the ball to Jesse Sandy? Or do you give it to Marcus George? Or do you let Davin Beeson keep it? There's Jesse Sandy, and he's got the first down. He's still going inside the Nooksack Valley 20-yard line where he's finally brought down at the 12. Big play on 4th down for the Mountaineers. Two wide receivers set. Sandy and George in the backfield. Beeson spins and hands it off to Marcus George up the middle. Off the left tackle. Running behind Drake Pinky and Joel Robles takes the ball down to the 7-yard line. 6-yard gain. Mount Baker can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. They just got to get the ball inside the 4-yard line to get a first down. Mount Baker has had one heck of a schedule. This is the first 1A team they've played all season. Davin Beeson with a little draw. He's going to march it on down. They're going to give him the first down. He takes it down to looks like the 3-yard line according to the far linesman, which would be a first down for Mount Baker. They're going to stop the clock and see where the ball gets set. They're staring at this really hard, and the referee finally calls a first down. So Baker's got 1st and goal on the 3-yard line. First and goal. Mountaineers got so many weapons. Which one do you guard? Maloli, Pettigrew, Hanstead, Beeson, George, Sandy. Maybe you run a fumble Ruski and let Jordan Hughes go into the end zone? I don't know. Wing right formation. Hanstead off onto the right. They're going to send him in motion. And there's a handoff to Jesse Sandy. He goes nowhere. Nice play by Jet Triplett. Sandy maybe gets a yard, if that. According to the line judge, it's going to be 2nd and goal, but he's like in between the 1 and 2 yard line. Little ace dot formation here. Beeson is just going to keep it himself, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown, Mount Baker. .840 left in the game. Mount Baker has a 32-20 lead. They're going to go for 2 points again to try to make this a 14-point ball game. Spread them out, run it to Jesse Sandy probably. Nope, they're going to throw it. Pump fake. Beeson's got a man. Pitch and catch. Wyatt Pettigrew. Extra point is good. Nice trickeration by the Mountaineers as they take a 14-point lead, 34-20 over the Pioneers with 8:34 left in the ball game. Another impressive drive by the Mountaineers, fueled by Jesse Sandy. Check this out. You got a senior, sophomore, freshman, sophomore, junior on the Mount Baker kickoff team. Here's Joel Robles with the kick. Taken by Colt Lentz. He's got space, but he runs into a couple Mountaineers over there. That's going to be number 25, Brady Brulin, number 32. I believe that's maybe Hayden Rossi over there on number 32. Looks like Benjamin Johnny, another freshman, was over there, number 23. 32 is Bryson Moa, sorry. Nice job by Bryson getting in on the action. So with 8:27 left to go in the game, Nooksack down by 2 touchdowns. Let's see if Coach Horseman keeps up the pressure by blitzing. His linebackers are showing. Now they pull out. They're going to hand the ball. Nope, they're going to throw the ball. And there's 2 tackles broken. Finally brought down by Marcus George and Landon Smith. Pettigrew couldn't make the initial tackle, but that's good for a Pioneer first down as the ball comes out to the 45-yard line. Nooksack's going to run quick. They're already up to the line. They got a play called. They're set. They're ready to rock. Brown with Silva in the backfield. They're going to fake the handoff. They're going to throw it to Ryan Hughes, who gets another first down for Nooksack. That stops the clock as they move the chains. 2 plays. The ball has gone 20-plus yards into Mount Baker territory. Nooksack running quick, negating the blitzing power of the Mountaineers. They're going to fake the handoff. They're just going to keep running that in-between route until Mount Baker shows that they can stop it. But we have a penalty flag down on the field, so that's going to stop the clock with 7:52 left in the game. Illegal man downfield, I think, is what that signal is. That's right. My dad standing right behind me saying that every time Nooksack gets going, a penalty just kills their momentum. Coach Bartle trying to get an explanation, but can't. Maybe just trying to get a number of who it was. Woo, he's hot. Coach Bartle is not happy. Nooksack has found the gap in the Mount Baker defense, and it's about that 7-yard and out. So here come, they're going to send the house. That means someone's wide open, and he is, and he just gets overthrown. Oh, boy, did Nooksack need that one. He had him wide open. Second and 15, ball on the 46. Nooksack playing with a sense of urgency. Pass, he's got a guy wide open, another pitch and another catch. 3 guys from Mount Baker trying to bring him down. Caleb Kingma again has been the go-to receiver for Joey Brown lately. That takes the ball back up to the 39-yard or 34-yard line of Mount Baker. So that's going to be 3rd down and 3 for the Pioneers, and this is a huge play. Coach Bartles found the gap in the Mountaineer defense. Mountaineers showing blitz. Jordan Silva show. Shoved out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. That moves the chains for the Pioneers. The ball is marked down at the 17-yard line. Brown, hands off, fakes the handoff, keep up the middle. Brown only good for a couple. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 as the clock is running. We're under 7 minutes left in the game. Nooksack trailing by 14, 34-20 here late in the 4th quarter. The Pioneers are marching. The Mountaineers have been bending but haven't quite succumbed yet to the pressure. Brown, shotgun. He's going to take the snap. He's going to look right. He's got another guy wide open, and it was dropped. I believe that was Hughes out there, number 17, that hit him right in the hands, and if he catches it, he's in the end zone for a touchdown. That 4-yard slant for Nooksack has been wide open this entire drive, and Mount Baker hasn't come up with an answer for it yet. 3rd and 7, ball's on the 14. 6:25 left in the game. Brown looking to throw again. There's Maloli forcing him out. Brown's going to try to throw, but that's Davin Beeson. Into the chains on the far sidelines as the quarterback tried to outrun the speedy monster linebacker for the Mountaineers. That's going to bring up 4th down and 7. Nooksack has to go for this. This could be the play of the game right here, folks, with 6:14 left. If I'm Nooksack, I do exactly what I've been doing this whole drive. I'm going to throw it to Caleb Kingma into the flat. If you're Mount Baker, you have to know that play is coming. Timeout. Nooksack thinking it over. 6:14 left into the game. What will the Mount Baker defense dial up, and what will the Pioneer offense come up with? Huge play deep into the fourth quarter of this game. All right, here we go. 4th and 7. Ball is on the 14-yard line. Nooksack's got to get it down to the 7 to keep this drive alive. Brown, shotgun. He's got a man in the end zone. Touchdown, Nooksack! Caleb Kingma in the end zone for a touchdown. Kingma had a step on Landon Smith, who tried to close and couldn't get there in time. And Brown throws a beautiful pass for the touchdown with 6:06 left, pending a kick. 26-34, Mount Baker over the Pioneers. Pending the extra point, the accounting firm of Brown and Kingma. Snap, hold, kick. That's good. So with 6:06, we got a 7-point ball game, folks. 37-24. The Mountaineers are clinging to a 7-point lead late in the fourth quarter. If you're Mount Baker, you are paying attention to a possible onside kick. But if they decide to boot it, can you chew up 6 minutes of clock and hold on to win this game? Coach Bartle very animated on the sideline, getting his defense fired up to make a stand of the season to get the ball back. Nooksack Valley just found the secret ingredient to beat the Mountaineer defense on that last drive, as they were just running slants into the flat all day, and the Mountaineer defense had no answer. Kingma back to kick. Mountaineers are up tight, expecting an onside. And he's going to boot it deep. He's going to take it deep to Brady West. And he's going to be taken down at about the 27-yard line. 6:03 left to go into the game. Hold tight, folks, because this is going to be a doozy. That's right, Father. I did say this game was going to be a doozy at the beginning. Here comes Mount Baker. Wing right formation. Can you chew up some clock? Handoff to Marcus George. Duke Hala Api just right there. Sending Marcus George backwards. Nooksack's got the momentum. 2nd and 11. Ball on the 28. Clock is ticking. Mount Baker should be in no hurry to run this ball. Spin, Jesse Sandy time for the Mountaineers. Nice hard run by Jesse to get back the lost yard, but he's going to be short. That's going to be 3rd down and 6. Jet triplet in on the stop. This is a really long 3rd and 5 for Mount Baker. Do you keep feeding Jesse Sandy? Do you take a chance to throw the ball? Sandy is lined up as a slot back, kind of a wing. There he goes, and he gets taken down into the backfield. Huge loss. Really slow developing play, and the Pioneers just too fast. Mount Baker is forced to punt. Caleb Kingma credited with the tackle, the first person there. And the Pioneers are going to get the ball back with just under the clock showing over 4 minutes. They're going to get it with little under 4. Jesse Sandy with the punt back deep. Colton Lentz makes one guy miss, but he's not going to make Davin Beeson miss. He's down at the 40. The clock stops, 3:53. The Pioneers have the momentum, trailing by 7. Do the Pioneers stick with the throws in the flat that marched them down the field on their last possession to pull within 7? 3 wide receivers for Brown. Hughes on the top side all by himself. Silva in the backfield. Brown's going to hand it off to Jordan Silva right up the middle. He makes a bunch of guys miss. And guess what? It's coming back because of holding. Another holding penalty, and somebody is down, and that's Jordan Silva, slow to get up for the Pioneers. Grabbing his calf like he's cramping. Shake it off. Jordan's a tough dude. He's going to try a self-massage. Huge penalty again on the Pioneers. The minute they get going, they get a penalty. It takes them back. 3:46 and counting, or stopped. Once they get set, the referee blows his whistle. They're going to start the clock. Clock starts. Looking to pass. Here comes Malole. There's Beeson. There's Marcus George. And he's going to be tackled down. He gets back about 5 of those yards. But he stays in bounds. That means the clock is running. Beeson and Vance Lawrence were there, but the Pioneers are going to be running quick as my little nephew's trying to change out the ball. You can feel the sense of urgency. 3:10 left. Brady West showing blitz. Taken down! Brady West with the sack on the linebacker blitz. Clock is still running, under 3 minutes, 2:51, 2:50 left in the game. 3rd and 10. Can the Mountaineer defense dial it up one more time? Or does Nooksack have a big play just waiting to unleash this crowd? 3 wide receivers down on the near side. Wayne Sillis, Colton Lentz, Caleb Kingma. Brown taking his time. Snaps the ball with 2:20. There's a whole bunch of Mountaineers that can't get him down, and he's got a ton of running room. Finally pushed out of bounds, but not after gaining like 30 yards. Taking the ball into Mount Baker territory with 2:09 left in the game, finally stopping the clock. He was dead to rights, sacked, and somehow got out, and there was nobody on the backside for the Mountaineers. They marked him down at the Mount Baker 39, 2:09 left to go in the game. Coach Bartle's going to call a timeout. Something's wrong with Mr. Brown. He's holding his back again. Coach asking him if he's okay, but Joey's nodding his head. He's not going to come out of this game. Mount Baker clinging to a 7-point lead with 2:09 left in the game. Nooksack Valley has big play potential. They can score in one play or they can score in about 6. Jordan Silva on the ground trying to get rid of this cramp in his right calf or left calf. Joey Brown back hurting. This is a beat-up Pioneer team, and they are playing their hearts out. This has been one heck of a football game between the Mountaineers and the Pioneers. First and 10, Nooksack with the ball on the 39-yard line of Mount Baker. Split wide receiver set for the Pioneers with Silva in the background with Joey Brown. Brown dropping back to pass. All-out blitz by the Pioneers. There's Vance Lawrence. That ball is almost intercepted but broken up by Jesse Sandy, and Joey Brown slow to get up again. Coach Tom Horseman is sending the blitz every play, trying to get to the quarterback, and Joey Brown somehow eluding the pressure to make these plays. Clock is stopped with 2:02 left in the game. Three wide receivers this time. Brown, shotgun. He takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Jordan Silva. There's Davin Beeson. Taken down Silva. Gain of about 5. That's going to be a 3rd and 5 from the 35-yard line. Clock is ticking under 2 minutes. Nooksack is going to take their time and run the clock down, probably try and take a shot into the end zone, leaving Mount Baker with little to no time. Brown takes the snap, quick pitch, caught by Hughes. That's going to be good for a first down. He almost dropped it. Stops the clock as they move the chains. Chains move up. Ball's going to be marked at the 27. Nooksack running quick. Again, the quick slant killing the Mountaineers. They just spiked the ball. Nooksack out of timeout, stopping the clock with 1:14 left in the game. Nooksack's going to have to take a shot deep here at some point. Do they do it on 2nd down or do they do it on 3rd down? What do the Pioneers have in store for this Mount Baker defense? Brown, shotgun, takes the snap. He rolls to his right. Here comes Maloli. Here comes Thayer Brown. He's got a man wide open. That's Caleb Kingma. He's down. That moves the chains. Ball's on the 12-yard line. Trying to get set to snap the ball and spike it, which they do. Kingma hurting. Brown hurting. Jordan Silva cramping. Can the Pioneers hold on? 63 seconds left, down by 7. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Nooksack knocking on the door at the 12-yard line. Brown under center. He's looking left. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown, Nooksack Valley! Believe that's Ryan Hughes on the touchdown reception. 56 seconds left in the game, and it looks like Nooksack is going to send this into overtime. The accounting firm of Brown and Kingma is out for the extra point. Can Mount Baker get through? They've already blocked one. Can they do it again? They're through. Is the kick up? The kick is good. We got a tie ball game with 56 seconds left. Oh! Whoa! 14 unanswered points by the Pioneers. Well, Mount Baker's got 56 seconds to make some kind of magic happen. And you better be careful kicking the ball to Jesse Sandy because he can take it the distance at any time. Can he find a crease to give Mount Baker a shot at trying to get into the end zone? Tied at 34 with 56.6 seconds left in the game. Here's the kick. Sandy's going to come up with a full head of speed. He's got to get taken down at the 39-yard line. 49.8 seconds left. What's Baker going to do? Are they going to just run the clock out and go for overtime, or are they going to take a shot and try to win it on the arm of Davin Beeson? Beeson dropping back to throw. Pump. He's going to throw it out of bounds. 42.9 seconds. Try to pump and go with Pettigrew down here on the near sidelines, but Jordan Silva didn't bite at all. Beeson tossed it up nice and high, but out of bounds, so made sure it wasn't going to get picked off. Beeson's going to turn and hand it off to Jesse Sandy. Sandy's got a cutback lane. Jesse Sandy! He's still going all the way down to the 25. Stops the clock at 30.3 seconds. Mount Baker's going to call their first timeout of the second half. Ball's on the 25 with 30.3 to go. Can Joel Robles make a 35-yard field goal? Mount Baker still got 2 timeouts left. They just got to go 25 yards, and this game is over. One hell of a second half of football. Wow. Nooksack Valley is out of timeouts. Mount Baker's got 2. Wing right formation. Davin Beeson on the keeper. He's got Wyatt Pettigrew wide open in the end zone. Oh my God! Touchdown Baker! That did not just happen! Davin Beeson rolling out to the right, finds Wyatt Pettigrew in the end zone for a touchdown. 19.4 seconds left in the game. Holy cow! What a throw and catch. Pettigrew broke free in the end zone and was open, and Beeson finally saw him and made the throw. Snap, kick, blocked. 40-34, the Mountaineers are on top of the Pioneers with 19.4 seconds left in the game. Holy crap. Can Nooksack pull a rabbit out of the hat? Jordan Silva has taken 2 kicks back already this year for touchdowns. If you're Mount Baker, you do not want to kick it to Jordan Silva. Actually, you don't want to kick it to Colton Lentz either, because on both of the touchdowns, they ran a reverse. If you're Mount Baker, you just got to squib this thing right down the middle and hope that Jordan or Colton Lentz does not get the ball to run. Joel Robles, one step. He kicks it high. He kicks it deep to Colton Lentz. They're going to run the reverse. There's Wyatt Pettigrew. And Jordan Silva gets crushed with 13 seconds left in the game. 64 yards to immortality for Joey Brown. Can the sophomore pull out the miracle comeback? 13.3 seconds, down by 6. You got to go 62 yards, Mr. Brown. Timeout, Mount Baker. Coach Horseman wants to have a talk with his defense. What do you do if you're the Pioneers? Do you take a couple small shots and then let Joey Brown air it out? Do you run a trick play? Do you run Jordan Silva off tackle? I mean, you got some options if you're the Pioneers. The Mountaineers, you just cannot let anybody get deep. Knock the ball down. Unless you can get an interception, the ball's got to hit the turf. I told you guys this was going to be a wild ride. Here we go, 13.3 seconds. Nooksack down by 6. Crowd is going nuts. Brown dropping back. The Mountaineers are going to keep him in front. They're going to keep everybody in front. Clock is ticking, and he's going to throw it. Intercepted! The game is over! 1.7 seconds left. Landon Hanstead with the interception. And that is going to do it. That is the ball game. Illegal man downfield. They're going to decline that penalty. Mount Baker is going to win 40-34. They're going to take victory formation, and Davin Beeson's going to take a knee. What a football game. And there it is, the victory formation. And that's going to be your ball game, folks. Mount Baker, 40. Nooksack, 34. One heck of a ball game here at Sid Lambert Field. Congratulations to Jesse Sandy, our player of the game. So much respect from these coaching staffs as Coach Bartle and Coach Lepper embrace on the sidelines. What a hard-fought game by both schools, and Mount Baker comes out victorious, winning their first conference game of the season, going to 3-2 overall. Nooksack dropping to 2-3. I have no idea. Oh, next week we are going to be back here again as Nooksack Valley hosts Linden Christian. As for tonight, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Have a great night.